This is the Jackery Solar Generator 4000 kit. It looks like a rugged black and orange power block with clean lines, a sturdy top handle, and a pull-out handle with wheels to move it around. The battery pack stack sits neatly with the main Explorer 2000 Plus unit, and the two 200-watt solar Saga panels fold like slim briefcases with a tough fabric feel. It gives off a serious utilitarian vibe that says it's built to work, not just be pretty.
From my experience, the headline is power and expandability. The kit gives you about 4,085 watt-hours of capacity right out of the box, which is how much energy it stores. Think of watt-hours like a gas tank size. The higher the number, the longer you can run stuff. The Explorer 2000 Plus delivers 3,000 watts of continuous output, which means it can keep appliances running steadily, and it can handle surge spikes to start tougher gear. Surge is that quick boost you need when something like a compressor or power tool kicks on. With one unit and this extra battery, I comfortably ran a coffee maker, a toaster, and an air fryer at the same time without it breaking a sweat. Later, during a home test, it kept 2 full-size refrigerators and my Wi-Fi going for 2 days, and I only used a bit more than half the total capacity. That made me a lot more confident about real emergencies.
Key features I like start with the battery chemistry. This uses LiFePO4 cells, which are safer than older lithium types and last longer. In simple terms, they handle heat better and can go through thousands of charge cycles before they noticeably wear down. Jackery rates the system for a long service life, and in my opinion, that's the right call for something you want to keep for years. It's also whisper quiet. I measured noise around that library level 30 decibel mark most of the time, which basically fades into the background in a home or RV. No fumes, no oil changes, no pull cord. Just plug things in and press the power button. Charging is another strong point. On a wall outlet, I saw the system go from empty to full in about an hour and a half, hitting 80% even quicker. That kind of speed matters when you've got a short window to top up before a storm or before you hit the road. With solar, the best case numbers Jackery shows require 6 200-watt panels in ideal sun. I don't always have that luxury. With 2 panels, I needed a full sunny day and some panel repositioning to get where I wanted. That's normal for solar. The sun changes angle, clouds drift in, and you get what nature gives you. The good news is the system accepts a healthy solar input so you can scale panels over time.
The design keeps the controls simple. The screen gives you input-output watts, battery percent, and estimated runtime. The ports cover both AC outlets and modern USB, including high-wattage USB-C for laptops. The app connects over Bluetooth or Wi-Fi so you can check status without standing next to it. It's bare bones, which I usually prefer for a power station. I don't need flashy graphics. I need data and reliability. Here's where I have to be honest. I ran into a few software hiccups. I saw error codes like F2, F6, and F7 on different days. A full reset cleared them, but anytime an error stops charging, it chips away at trust. I also had a moment where the expansion battery wouldn't charge from the main unit until I power cycled everything. And I had one instance where the app didn't recognize the system until I repaired it. None of this killed the product for me, but it did remind me to keep an eye on it during long solar sessions rather than leaving it totally unattended. I also tried level 1 EV charging as a stress test. My car's charger flagged a grounding issue, which is pretty common with portable power stations. There are safe ways to address grounding with proper accessories, but it's not as straightforward as plugging in a fridge. If you plan to use this for EV charging, read up on your EVSE, grounding requirements, and the manufacturer's guidance before relying on it. Let's talk about size and weight, because it matters. The Explorer 2000 Plus alone is hefty. Add the expansion battery and panels, and you've got a setup that's transportable, not truly portable in the one-hand sense. The wheels and telescoping handle help, but they feel more like suitcase hardware than heavy-duty cart gear. Rolling across smooth floors is fine. Across uneven ground, I felt more flex than I'd like, so I moved it slowly and planned ahead for where I wanted it to sit. If you expect to move it a lot over rough terrain, consider a separate dolly or a more permanent mounting spot. On expandability, this system stands out. You can grow from 2 kilowatt hours to 12 kilowatt hours on one Explorer 2000 Plus by adding up to 5 expansion batteries. If you pair 2 Explorer 2000 Plus units, you can scale to 24 kilowatt hours total capacity and 240 V with up to 6,000 watts of output. To explain that simply, capacity is how long it runs things. Output is how much it can power at once, and 240V opens doors to bigger household circuits or larger appliances with the right setup. In my opinion, this modular path is a big reason to pick the 4000 kit as your starting point. For performance under load, it did great with power tools. I ran an angle grinder without any sag. Based on the surge behavior, I'd feel good about small welding jobs in short bursts, though continuous heavy-duty tool use will drain the battery quickly. That's not a knock on Jackery, it's just how electric storage works. The higher the draw, the faster you use up those watt hours. I've seen some users mention quality control hiccups like scuffed panels or a bad cable. Mine arrived clean and properly packed, but I'm noting those reports because they show up now and then. If you get anything that looks wrong, take photos right away and contact support. The warranty is 5 years, which is better than many, and the company says it stands behind that. Response times can vary. I always suggest registering the product and testing everything as soon as it arrives so you can sort any issues while return windows and support options are wide open. From my experience, the setup process is simple. Plug the expansion battery into the main unit, connect panels with the included cables, and you're basically ready. The UI is straightforward enough that even if you're new to solar power, you can understand it quickly. Watts are how much power you're using right now. Watt hours are your stored energy. If you're pulling 300 watts and you have about 3,000 watt hours left, you can ballpark around 10 hours of runtime, though conversion losses and inverter overhead will trim that a bit. It's perfect for homeowners who want silent emergency backup without gas, people living or traveling in RVs who want real power for appliances and tools, and anyone who needs clean energy at an off-grid cabin or a remote work site. I used it during a planned outage and had a stress-free weekend. No noise, no fumes, and I didn't have to run outside in the rain to refuel anything. In my opinion, the main trade-offs are weight, the feel of the mobility hardware, and the occasional software quirks. The hardware core, the batteries, the inverter, the basic control layout, feels solid. The wheels and handle are okay, but not tough duty. The app and firmware do the job most of the time, but they're not the most polished I've used. I'd love to see a future update that tightens up the error handling and connectivity. On charging sources, I loved having options. Wall charging is fast enough that I could top up before a storm warning. Solar charging is flexible. Start with a couple of panels and grow later. If you get serious about fast solar, plan your panel layout and cable management so you don't get tangled when the sun moves. A simple tilt stand and a reminder to adjust halfway through the day helped me collect more energy without fuss. You may be able to qualify for a 30% residential clean energy tax credit in the US when you pair a solar generator with solar panels. That's a big deal for cost. I'm not giving tax advice here, so check the latest IRS guidance and talk to your local utility or a tax pro to make sure your setup meets requirements. I'd recommend this for people who want a long-term, scalable power hub that can grow with their needs. If you're building a home backup system over time, this is a smart foundation. If you're in RV and want real appliance-level power, it fits. If you're on remote jobs and need reliable AC without a gas unit, it's a great option. If your top priority is lightweight or a super feature-rich app, this might not be your match. In conclusion, the Jackery Solar Generator 4000 kit delivers strong, quiet power with modern battery tech and real growth potential. It charges fast, runs demanding gear, and keeps noise to a minimum. The flip side is heft, so think of it as transportable. The software can stumble, and the mobility pieces could be sturdier. Even with those caveats, the overall package gave me genuine peace of mind during outages and flexibility when working off-grid. For me, the core promise holds up. Big, clean power that you can rely on with room to expand as your life and projects evolve. If you enjoyed this video or have questions about setups, panels, or use cases I didn't cover, hit subscribe and leave a comment so I can answer them in a future video. Thank you for watching.